I finally bought it, the egg foundation. It does not have any eggs in the formula. People call it the egg foundation because it looks like an egg, which I think is super cute. This is the Polite Society More Than a Pretty Face Skin Caring Foundation. Picked this up at Ulta. I had a hard time finding my shade. I tested at least 6 colors. I chose this one, Very Fair Cool. A lot of people have been loving this foundation, not because of what it looks like, but because of how it looks and feels on the skin. And I also picked up 2 new blushes from them, 2 new colors. They just released this Light Pops Powder Blush Stick. My skin is already prepped. Shake this. And when I was looking for the color in store, color matching, the formula is thick, very thick, which I was kind of surprised. This foundation is expensive. It's $42 US. I'm going to pump some on the back of my hand first. See, this is a little more liquidy. This looks like a good color match for me. Again, I was having a hard time finding my color. I mean, yeah, that looks like a good color match. Yay, Milana. Woohoo! I'm gonna use my It Cosmetics, the foundation, the Flower Brush foundation, and just start working this in. And then just go whatever is on the back of the hand and just start stamping in those areas. From what I saw online, people were raving about the finish of this foundation. Just how good it looks on the skin, how natural it looks on the skin, providing really great coverage, but you never lose the texture of your skin. Because sometimes with these types of foundation, your skin can start looking heavy. The blendability is there. It doesn't look like it's setting really fast. I'm color corrected. I have great coverage where I need it, but the skin still looks like my skin. It looks a little dry around my nose. It kind of looks like I applied powder on my skin already. I'm not liking that it looks dry around my nose. Let's get a closer look. Yes, right away I'm noticing that if I have any dry areas on my skin, especially right here around the nose, it's attaching itself and it's kind of starting to separate and crack where I have the dry areas on my skin. But majority or the rest of my skin where it's balanced, it's beautiful on the skin, very flawless. It looks like my skin and it doesn't look heavy whatsoever. And I'm not feeling tacky. Let's get a little bit more. I had a similar feel and texture to Makeup by Mario, the Surreal Skin Foundation. Almost like a dry oil with like powders. Wow, that's so easy to blend. I'm so impressed. But that color match though, pretty happy with how I color matched myself. Really great undertone. I just keep looking around my nose and I don't like the way it looks. It's settling. Ugh, don't like it. Don't like it at all. What I do like is how weightless it looks on my skin. Again, it looks like I applied powder with a serum type of a product, but overall, very happy with the way it looks and the way it feels because it feels very weightless. I'm not feeling that tackiness. All right, quickly apply concealer. I'm gonna apply my bronzer contour and then we'll come back for the blushes. I'm excited about these. These blushes from Polite Society, their Polite Pops Powder Blush Stick is also pricey, $28 US. So this is essentially a powder blush that's in a stick form, so convenience, right? They're super cute, very tiny. I love this packaging, really cute. So I picked up 2 shades, Los Angeles. I mean, how cute. Very Barbie, really stunning. You just rotate it up, and this is what it looks like. And then I picked up the shade Sydney. I'm gonna apply both of them on my cheeks, 1 to 1. We'll see what color looks best, and then we'll just add that color to the other side. Let's start first with Sydney. I wanna touch it. Oh yeah, it has that very similar texture of Danessa Myricks, where it feels creamy, but then you swatch it and it's powdery. And it feels powdery when you swatch it. Ooh, I mean, that's beautiful. Wow. Let's take Los Angeles. This one's not swatching good. I'm gonna have to apply a lot of this. Oh, that's not swatching good at all. Application's supposed to be foolproof. You can apply it straight to your cheeks and then use your fingers or a brush to blend out, or kind of how I was thinking, you take a brush, like a blush brush, and then you work it into your brush, which is my preferred method because I feel like I have the most control, but let's go with this way first. To the cheeks, straight up. See, this has pretty good pigment when you apply right away. It's not great when you use your fingers to kind of swatch. See, Just use my finger to quickly blend this in. I'm trying to see, I feel like I do see a little bit of foundation, which is expected. Yeah, that's very soft. It's subtle. It's wearable, this shade of pink, but I feel like let's go with brush and work it into the brush. I feel like it gives you the softest look. It gives you the most airbrushed look, and you have the most control. Now let's go with Sydney. It does have that blendability. It's really nice, a velvety feel. I would say they're definitely foolproof in blendability. I'm gonna take like a softer, fluffy brush. As they said, for more of that soft airbrush look. I'm pretty impressed with how easy it is to blend and build up the pigment. I like this shade also. I'm just adding Sydney to Los Angeles. I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side. Take Los Angeles and bring it to Sydney. I'm not going to put powder on my forehead or the T-zone, but I think I might have to. Again, the face, it looks like I have a little bit of powder on my skin if you look very up close and personal, but it looks very natural, the foundation. The blushes have a little bit of a glow to them, but I think that's just from the foundation and my skincare, but they're not exaggerating any texture because they do have that powder texture at the end, that powder feel and texture in the way they set. Very stunning. I love the soft matte finish. Extremely blendable, foolproof application. I enjoy the convenience that it's a powder in a stick form, but you can use your fingers to blend it out. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna come back and we'll do the updates, see how the foundation and the blushes are wearing. I changed because I'm gonna go paint. I still don't like the way it looks around my nose, and it's, I don't know if you can see that, like settling. It's been settling in the nose since the initial application. Forehead's a little glowy, so I am going to touch up a little bit, and I think the cheeks look stunning. I mean, they're blushing. They look stunning. The texture looks airbrushed. I mean, I'm obsessed with that cheek product so far. And this foundation, The bad Lightning McQueen?
Yeah, because he turned too bad.
He turned bad?
Glowing in the dark.
Glowing in the dark. I just powdered my forehead. That's all I'm gonna powder.
Who are you talking?
Who am I talking to?
Yeah.
My phone. We are 6 hours in, and this is what the egg foundation looks like. I did not put powder right here around the nose or on the chin. I only powdered the forehead. And I'm looking now, and I was touching, it doesn't feel oily. I did not paint today. Andre wanted to prep the room first. He was skim coating, and then I think he's painting the ceiling. But I did work outside today. I cleaned up the backyard, and I'm still cleaning up the backyard. Hi, babies.
Hi.
But I think overall, with like the sweating and not touching up the face, it looks pretty good. It almost looks like I have a mineral powder foundation mixed in with like an oil or a serum. So yeah, I like the way it's looking on my skin right here. I was trying to see if it looks heavy where I was sweating, and I can see some separation from the foundation on the forehead and around my nose and my chin. There's a little bit of cracking and movement with the foundation, but overall it's still there. The blush is still there. I'm impressed with the longevity, but I'll keep you guys updated at the very end of the night. Final update, we are over 14 hours, and yeah, we're done. First thing I wanna say, the positives. Blush, A+. Out of this entire video, skip the foundation. Check out those blushes. Now the foundation, I don't love it. This foundation, it just attaches itself to the dry areas of my skin. Like for example, I have a dry spot right here. Not on the pimple, but below the pimple. And it just looks like there's just something sitting on my skin, like you want to rub it off. It's not food, it's the foundation. I thought it was food, but no, it's the foundation. And then I'm looking at my skin and I can see that the foundation has rubbed off in a lot of the areas. Yes, I was working outside cleaning, but again, I had my hair out of my face. I was not touching my face. So not impressed with the longevity. I just don't like the way it's looking on my skin. It's looking dry and oily at the same time. I don't like it. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna keep you guys updated, of course, on milabubeautyreview.com, but I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for watching and spending time with me, and I'll see the next one very soon.